$2,400 if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits. Then, breaking today and tomorrow, big money coming back to Congress from the Federal Reserve. It's the end of the Main Street lending program, so billions of dollars are coming back that can be repurposed as a stimulus check. This is on top of the $800 billion that's a CARES Act 1 at SBA that amounts to a $5,000 stimulus check, and additional money that Steve Mnuchin identified on Friday that could be an additional stimulus check on that. Hashtag MSC. Meantime, more viewers of this channel get big grants. How to do escalated benefits for unemployment could bring you thousands of dollars right now money. Then EIDL. More viewers are doing EIDL and others are doing reconsiderations that they never did. Then the push is underway to get stimulus out next week. Will it get done? Is there a new renewed optimism with this found money? And there's so much breaking tonight as we get ready for Monday morning. This is Sunday Evening's LALATE. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Sunday night, and hope you're good and safe. I'm here, you're here, and Sirloin is at the casino. He's at the bar. He's having the $12 ice cream. No, he gets it for free because, you know, he makes it. But I'm so glad you joined me on a refreshing evening of the weekend. I hope you crush the weekend really well. And in this video, there's so much coming up, but boy, I'm getting viewers money right now. Not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, and not 5 months from now. Money right now. 3 different ways. I will be going over the 3 different ways. First, CARES Act 1 money that's available for you with new developments tonight, what to do and what not to do. Second, big money for enhanced unemployment benefits. PUA and UI are expiring, but I'm getting you money right now in the event that they expire, so you're ready to go. Then EIDL. Consider it and get it done. Thousands of dollars that could land in your bank account within 3 days. You really need it. So please subscribe to this channel because I'm finding to get you money right now. And you are doing it, and we're going to continue to push. Ultimately, I'm going to continue to update you about stimulus, but there is no stimulus check going out this minute. There is money going out to viewers of this channel because of first stimulus. Also, like this video. In this video, I'll be going over how are the 3 ways to get this money right now. CARES Act 1 grants. Second, escalated benefits for unemployment. And third, EIDL. This is money this minute, this week, tomorrow, the day after. I'm even choking, so I'm so excited. It's thousands of dollars. Viewers have gotten anywhere from $15,000 to $5,000 to $10,000. This is money right now. Then I'll be going over the new money coming back to Washington this week, starting tomorrow. This is breaking tonight. This is that Federal Reserve money that's being returned, unused CARES Act 1 money. You're hearing that expression quite a lot, unused CARES Act 1 money. Guess what? There's 3 sets of unused CARES Act 1 money coming back. I want you to get yours before it's returned, but the other ones are returning and they can be sent out as your stimulus check. Then the negotiations, and I'll be detailing more about what you should expect for tomorrow in stimulus. All right, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here tonight is there's not 1, not 2, but 3 ways to get money right now with new developments tonight. Let me go over them. The first one is CARES Act 1 money that is $150 billion given to state, cities, and counties under CARES Act 1, the first stimulus package. It was given to states, and then the states gave it to the cities and finally to the counties. What you need to be focusing on tomorrow morning, if you're not doing any more work on this tonight, is to focus on your city and your county. Call up your city hall tomorrow, call up your county hall, and ask if they have any rent assistance, utility assistance, or similar types of programs to help you pay your rent, your utilities because of the pandemic. Keep the language very simple. Initially, we said, call up and say, do you have any COVID grants? That word confused some city officials. Ultimately, the same city officials had rent assistance programs that gave you assistance in paying your rent and also utilities assistance, but the word grant confused them. So keep the language very simple. What you're asking is basically, do you have any programs that helps me pay my rent, utilities, or other things like stimulus? Don't qualify it. Don't say that I sent you. Do not reference LALATE. Do not say you saw it on YouTube. Basically, make it very clear what you're asking for, and also don't put a qualifier to it. Like, do you have rent for only seniors or rent only for people who wear yellow shirts in front of strong lights on a Sunday evening? No, don't say these words. Just make it very simple. The ultimate thing that you need to understand is the money is being held at your city, county, and state levels. And ultimately, it's hard to sometimes find where it's located. In some cases, it's held at your state housing authority. And the state housing authority has the authority to issue rent grants. That has happened in some states. In other states, it's in the cities and counties. If you have time tonight, you could do online. Online involves looking at the actual websites for the city and county. Broward County, Florida. Let me give you 3 counties in Florida. Broward County has it on their website. Rent assistance plan. You can apply right online. It's very simple. Miami-Dade, right online. West Palm Beach, right online. It's right there. If you can find your city and county's website online, you can apply online and look for it there. Also look for your state housing authority. Don't go to other departments or agencies that are not mentioned in this channel. So don't call the fire department or the police department or the governor's office. Stay with your city hall, your county hall, and your state authority. Ultimately, keep on pushing if you get a no, because ultimately you may get an yes. I had one viewer on the very first day of this recording who got a no, but then said, well, we have some money for some utilities. Here's about $800 for utilities. And he didn't believe the no was correct, so he kept on looking and he found the yes. And he found the yes, and now he got $15,000. Viewers are generally getting 3 months of rent, 6 months of rent, or a year's of rent. So keep on pushing. Next, what's important to understand is that if you go to the community page of this channel, I'm updating things as soon as I hear them. I'm hearing things about Massachusetts and Illinois and Ohio. I put it on the community page, and you see it if you're a subscriber and you've hit the alert button, which is the bell on the front of this channel. And as it comes in, I'm sending it out. Ultimately, I'm also putting in there 3 or 4 volunteers who have agreed to volunteer for viewers in helping you find those assistance plans as well. Next, some viewers, as my eyes really drive me crazy tonight, some viewers have actually been confronted with very distasteful, rude, and obnoxious city officials. I'm sorry, but that's unacceptable. And ultimately, you and I understand how to deal with that. And this is the holidays, and we keep it positive. We have a nice yellow plaid in the background. We have some nice pine cones. They don't smell. And we also do some reads on this channel. At 12 noon. So ultimately, think about something beautiful and say, you have a beautiful day. Goodbye. And hang up the phone. Call back and speak to someone else. There are rude and obnoxious people all over the place. And I'm getting DMs from people saying, I can't believe how rude this department was. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm getting a lot of complaints about a certain department. So don't have it affect you, get off the phone and call back again. I've actually had an entire series of videos on this channel with me playing the character of a rude call center operator, because they do exist. All right, next, escalated benefits. Boy, this is a very easy one, and I'm really excited how many viewers understand how I've explained it, because I tried to make it very simple, and viewers are winning, and they're doing it very simple. I would say almost 70% of my viewers are on unemployment at some time during this pandemic. So let me explain what this is. When you start at unemployment, they start you at your base level benefits. In about 5% of the states, in a very small amount of states, this does not apply because apparently they did start you at the right level, I'm now hearing. But 95% of the states start you at the base level benefits because they don't know how much money you made in 2019. So they start you at about $100 a week. Well, guess what? You might be eligible for $450 a week. And they not telling you this. This is the concept of escalated benefits. How much higher should you be per week? If you've been on 30-something weeks, you can understand a $50 difference will be a difference of about a $1,500 check in your account right now. A difference of $100 a week would be $3,000 in your account right now. And that a difference of $300 a week would be a $9,000 check in your account right now. I've had now 4 viewers who have got upwards of $9,000 paid retroactively right now because of my recordings. So how does this work? It's very, very, very simple. You pay your 2019 tax return. Pull your 2019 tax return, look at it, see how much money you made. If you made more than $18,000, do this. If you made less, you can do it, but I don't think it's going to work. $18,000 to $25,000 generally will raise you about $50 a week. $18,000 to $25,000 may raise you about $100 a week. $25,000 to $30,000 2019 may raise you about 100 something per week. And that anything over $30,000 a year generally maxes you out to the maximum benefit of your state, which in some states is $350. In the New England states, it's $450 a week. And that is the real focus. So you understand how you're raising yourself up. What you do, you write a very simple letter. Very simple, quiet, polite, simple words. Keep on using simple words on this channel. Don't say LALATE told me. Don't say I saw it on YouTube. Don't say, make it you and simple words. Please see my 2019 tax return. I'm currently being paid this amount per week. I'm inquiring whether I may qualify for a more payments per week, higher payments per week, additional payments per week, a higher weekly payment. However you want to make it. Very, very simple words. Thank you. Please find and close my 2019 tax return. Done. Email it, fax it, however you want to get it to them, and you're done. They generally respond within 1 to 2 days, and then there you go. What's important about escalated benefits is that's thousands of dollars. It's thousands of dollars. And ultimately, if Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell don't do a stimulus deal, your PUA and UI is expiring in December. And you're not going to have benefits for several weeks in January. But if you do this and you get it, you'll have that money paid now that'll offset the lapse of benefits because of Congress's inability potentially to do a stimulus package deal. Next, EIDL. EIDL. This is so exciting because this channel was birthed on EIDL. I've gotten viewers anywhere between $5 to $25 million on EIDL. No one has done this better. And I got to tell you, EIDL is very similar to what we're dealing with now. EIDL involved calling SBA and having rude operators at SBA. EIDL involved people not being told correct things. EIDL involved sort of figuring out how things go. It's just like grants. It's very, very similar. So let me explain with EIDL what is a common pitfall. A common pitfall is filling out the application. The application will ask whether you are a single operator, business, independent contract, solo practitioner, or small business. If you are Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Postmates, Airbnb, you are single operator, independent contractor. You are not a small business. Small business literally means you have an LLC or an incorporation. If that is you, if you have an LLC or incorporation, then the application is the LLC name, the LLC bank account, the LLC EIN. If it's not, then it's your name as the business, your personal social security number, your personal bank account, and your personal Schedule C. That's how easy it is. And ultimately, some viewers may have gotten that confused. It's very simple. Pull your 2019 tax return and look at see how much money you made on that Schedule C. If you made $10,000, then all you have to do is look at line 2. How much was line 2? 0. Then it's line 1 minus line 2 from Schedule C divided by 2 is the calculation on how much they give for EIDLs. Experian Boost. You need to do the Experian Boost if you need to raise your credit score. It's free. It's Experian.com/boost. Raise you about 25 points. You only need a 570 Experian Vantage 3.0 score. And if you have adverse entries, you can remove it. EIDL has nothing repaid within the first year, so nothing is repaid. After that, it's over 30 years, so it's just so de minimis. You should absolutely categorically do it. Between these three things, one of these things is going to help you. If you're on SSDI, SSI, you need to do the first one because it's rent, utilities, or something like stimulus checks. Look into that because ultimately that may be the one for you. If you're an independent contractor or a small business owner, nearly all three of these may qualify for you. So consider every option and never say no until you look at the eligibility criteria. Then let's turn to Congress. Wow. So starting tomorrow and all next week, the Federal Reserve is returning all this money. There's going to be a truck and it's going to be driving up and say, hey, I have a lot of money. Here you want. Where should I drop this money? I'm giving you a visual for it. That's not literally how it's going to happen. But the Federal Reserve is returning all this money from unused CARES Act 1 money. It's just this expression we're hearing a lot lately on this channel. Unused CARES Act 1 money. This is exciting because this is money that can be repurposed for your stimulus check and for the second stimulus package. We are now growing with how much unused CARES Act 1 money there is. SBA has $800 billion. That is a $5,000 stimulus check, which I talk about all the time, and the president can do by executive orders all the way up into January. Then you have an additional $800 billion that Steve Mnuchin identified on Friday. Okay, now we're at 1.6. Then the Federal Reserve is returning all this money starting next week. Then that's moving to 2 trillion. And then remember all this state and local rent assistance money we're talking about? Well, if you don't get it, someone else doesn't get it, that gets returned. It all has to be returned about mid-January. That's all expiring as well. Suddenly you're about $2 trillion and you're exactly where the Temple of Doom wants her stimulus package to be. And this is really exciting news because Mitch McConnell wants to do a deal, but he doesn't want to pay for it. He sort of like wants to go to lobster dinner, but wants to, have a receipt at the end of the night that looks like a McDonald's receipt. And, he doesn't want to pay for the lobster. Well, guess what? You don't have to pay for the lobster because it's on the house. All this money coming back can be repurposed for stimulus. The word repurpose first came from this channel, then was repeated by Steve Mnuchin, was repeated by Larry Kudlow, and has been repeated by other people in the Trump administration. Says you can repurpose existing money and send it out for something else. And then what makes this incredibly important is that this breaks the impetus, the wall, the barricade between the Republicans and the Democrats doing a deal because they didn't want to spend the money. Now they don't have to spend the money. Get the message out loud and clear. Be on social media, tag Mitch, tag his communication official and say, hey, repurpose existing money. Do SBA's existing money as a stimulus check, $5,000, send that out, and do a deal and come to a deal with Pelosi because all of a sudden you don't need to spend money. It's important to understand, I have made this also clear, is that between stimulus, unemployment, hazard pay, and maybe some PPP, and a little bit of EIDL, he could do everything she wants right now with all this repurposing of money. And that anything that's really sort of left over, you do it in January. It's very straightforward. And viewers are like, LA, I've actually said, LA, why aren't you there? Explain this to Mitch. I'm just like, because I'm here. That's why I'm not, maybe I'll see him at the casino. But it's just so straightforward. And hopefully that message gets loud and clear. Next, SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, yes. So in addition to considering CARES Act 1 grants, in addition to focusing on the stimulus check coming now, which is in addition to what I'm talking about, Biden wants to give you really 3 things. He wants to give you $200 a month starting every month all the way to December 31st of next year. This would be upwards of $2,400, as high as $4,000. That's the first thing. Then he wants to give you a 20% increase, up to 20% annually, one time, a lifetime. So that would kick in and has nothing to do with the pandemic. He's just saying you're behind on how much you should have been getting. You should have been getting a lot more. So he wants to bump you up right away. And then he wants to have you tied to a new benchmark that would increase you annually, a benchmark other than COLA. This is all really incredible, great news. This is amid all the other things that are really coming around, but this is not right now money. Right now money is CARES Act 1 money, the grants, and escalated benefits, and EIDL. Right after money is a potential second stimulus deal. Then right thereafter is when I'm talking about this. Then a $50,000 grant, yes, the Lifeline grant. A $10,000 grant, yes, EIDL coming back with a grant. Another $10,000 grant, yes, the CDC grant. And finally, a $50,000 grant, yes, the Lifeline grant. But all those things are not right now money. So I don't want you to think that it's going to come out, it's in the mail tomorrow and you're getting it tomorrow. So as you sit here today, renewed optimism, go online and look for your city and county's website, your official city and county's website. Look for rental assistance. Also, look for your utilities company's website or call your utility company. Say, hi, do you have any do you have any utility assistance plans? Because I'm having problems making my bill because of the pandemic and this is my financial circumstance. You can use the word COVID grant, but a lot of people don't understand the word grant. Also, look at your actual bill. It appears on the bill, whether it's water, electric, or gas. Next, what I have to make very clear for my viewers in the cities and counties in which they did issue rent assistance plans like LA and New York in August, which I detail on this channel, they're still doing things for utilities. So if you cannot get rent, you can get utilities. Don't give up. I gave a positive pep chat to someone in private just a few minutes ago saying, no, I know that New York did rent before. You can go try get utilities right now. If you have questions, comments, drop them in the comments below. Coming up next is Purple Power Live. I'll be answering your questions on air right here. Meantime, join me tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with not one but two broadcasts of Early Mornings LA. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay in LA for more.